Okay, so it is just after noon, and we are starting on what I believe this will now be part 9. Yeah, we are on part 9, so I have played for 8 hours and have basically, as of last night, just broken into my second star system. I found a barren planet in a frozen star. I was originally hoping that this was going to be a good location for a base due to some kind of anecdotal information where the threat of the difficulty of the planet, the threat of the planet determines some of the things you get access to. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like this one is a particularly dangerous planet. It's 4.6, but I think that can go all the way up to 10 or even 11. And barren is always empty on the surface. It's just when you go underground. So it makes it a really good place for building bases. So I think what I'm going to be doing here is pretty much just transferring all of this down into a base and starting to set up some rudimentary facilities there. That's probably about all I'll get to today. So if you really don't have any interest in seeing how things get laid out, this may not be particularly exciting for you, as opposed to all of the other Starbound content I've been delivering, which I'm sure is just absolutely riveting. It's a joke. While I don't really want that centrifuge, I will take it. Let's move our... your final is already graded. It's just not in the grade book. I know what you got, though. Let's nom that. And we... Oh, I'm not technically orbiting the star right now, but I did throw down a flag, so I'll be able to travel there immediately. So my first thought is that we will kind of level this out. I like a flat area for me to be building on. And actually, I think what I might do is, instead of making, like a full-fledged kind of home base here, I might stick to mostly using this for bees, because I think a barren planet is going to be a pretty good neutral ground for that kind of thing. Wish I had a stronger mining laser. That would make this a lot less painful. So, not moon dust, but dry dirt is what we want. Throw down some dry dirt. Throw down some background dry dirt. Throw down more dry dirt. I trapped myself like an idiot. Okay, we can do that. Oop. Well, thank you. That's very kind. I know you're kidding, but it's very nice of you. Okay. This is a pretty good flat area, and the fact that it's dirt means that I will be able to plant flowers in it directly. So, should I start some science here pretty quick? I Don't know what one is actually the apiary. There. And I believe we also have the advanced microscope ready to go. So bop that on there. I'll get you to that $100 payout. I think you're just giving me channel points. But I appreciate the sentiment. We can dump that. I would really like to immediately go to large AP. Oh, you need golden wood and beeswax. And you can't get that until you've actually harvested some bees. So the way we're going to do this is we're just going to start with 2, I think. I actually think that would be fine. Put them a little bit apart. Have to find my flower seeds. And I am of the mind that I never have any idea what bees actually want in terms of flowers, so I usually just throw down like literally one of everything I've got in terms of the flower seeds, which that is one of everything I've got. And it fits perfectly. Look at that. Didn't even plan that. Copper frame. Okay, so good. I can make 2 copper frames, which means we can. Where do the frames go? Yeah. Okay. We can put one of the frames in here. One of the frames in here. And where are my bees at? Here's my bees. So let's actually get this. Let's just get the queens identified. I don't really care about anything else. So we've got a bumblebee chubby chump. And then we'll also have an orchid and a sand prowler that I will get to identify. Honeybee, plated honeybee. Orchid, orchid. Okay, so this is orchid main type with an orchid subtype. And sand prowler with a dune dropper. Okay, that is a new one. So what I should be able to do then is, what do we have that's daytime? So we've got 3 daytimes and 2 nighttimes. So we're going to do the honeybees for sure. And that'll get to get started there. And I think we'll also do the orchid with leaf cutter, because I don't know what else. Sand prowler I think is, I'd really like to do that one, but that's only going to work at night. So let's go leaf cutter there. And I don't know if it's actually going to work, because we yeah, typically you need enough drones to kind of get them going. I'll take most of those, and that should work. Right there. I can give those drones back. And what I also typically like to do here, if I've even got one, is just a little something here to allow me to put down my extra queens and drones. Just like that. That's fine. So these will, well, the orchid isn't doing much. And we've got honey and dirt. Cool. So that's all we got right now. Totally fine there. I think what I might like to do is get a bug zapper turret going. Okay, it's going to let me place that right there. So the way we'll do this, I think, is just go like that, and then something like that. Now to find where exactly the bug zapper turret is made. So I'm not sure how I'm going to want to do this. We've got a little bee thing going on there, and that operation will probably stay relatively small. Do I want to dig down? I don't know. Let's see. That's how we want that. And I'm not entirely sure how high I can actually jump. Yeah, that's fine. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, that's about perfect. So I'll have a level here. That's just going to be for some crafting garbage. And how are we doing? Okay, we're starting to make some things, at least. And that's going real slow, too. That's fine. So once I get some apiary stuff up and running in earnest, I am planning on generating a tutorial video for that, because I know that that is not super clear. And I'll go through some of my strategies that have worked well for breeding bees in the past. How I've been able to make some pretty successful, I don't know, genomes, would you even call it, or whatever. This is definitely function over form. I think eventually we'll do something a little bit fancier, but for now, I suppose this is just fine. So let's start dumping down some of these. We don't even need the basic microscope anymore, so some of these more rudimentary ones. Oh shit, what up? Hello, that's the Spice. Nice to see you. I am streaming Starbound. I've been super addicted to this game for the past couple weeks, and I kind of decided that, you know, I'm not getting a lot of viewers, which is totally fine. I don't mind. So what I've found to motivate myself is, well, I'll just take all my streams and upload them to YouTube. And I think this is a game that is probably, you know, there's not a lot of people streaming it, not a lot of people watching this content. So maybe YouTube is a better avenue for this anyways. This is a good idea, family. Yes. Yes. I've already got 8 hours of Starbound Let's Play content up on YouTube, so if you're interested, my YouTube channel is the same name as my Twitch. Feel free to look that up. Basically, I'm doing, like the title of my stream is right now, I'm doing this kind of playthrough of Starbound with one of these really big mods. Okay, I can get a bug harvester turret. Oh, nope. That don't work. It does have to be 4. Perfect, what's the channel? Yeah, it's, if you just look up A Dark Spirit, it should show up. I don't have enough viewers yet to, like, have my own name. It damages me. That's kind of funny. Okay, so what we're gonna do then is really, really rudimentary here. So what's one of the most confusing parts about Frackin Universe is you can do all of this wiring, and so like what you can do is when you're looking at wiring, there is red and blue, I believe, is input, and red is output. So I can take the red, and actually that won't do anything here. I'd have to double check. But what I can do is, so this little turret will zap the bees out of the air, which is all well and good. And I am going to, let's take the, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to take these bees out, and I am going to use my nighttime bees. So 8 should be plenty. Yep, we can get started there. So now we'll see what sand prowlers make. I don't know if I've ever had a sand prowler, but we'll get to see what resources they generate. The way that bees work, as you can see, like you put the bees in here. You need an orchid. You need a queen and a drone, and a frame. And then what they do is they just make output based on their types and subtypes. So an orchid queen, if we look at this, they make bee silk, golden wood, bee flower seeds, and then dirt, beeswax, and floral honeycombs. Comparatively, the sand prowler, it looks like they're making like dirt. You've got sand, silt, coal, still bee silk and pure honey, but they're making some different items, and some rarer bees can actually make some really rare resource items. So I found myself being very reliant on bees in my last on my last character's playthrough, simply because they're pretty easy, and once you kind of understand the system, I wouldn't say it's necessarily like exploitable, but it's very profitable compared to the time you have to invest. Now, what else? We can plop the alchemy table down here. Yeah, that's fine for that. Then we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. So what else are we making? We're making oil and biosamples. Okay. So we're gonna throw those out for now, simply so that there's more room in case there are other items they're gonna make. And then when nighttime is over, I'll pick that stuff up. So we'll see how far I actually get in creating this area in an hour. I might just choose to do another hour right on top of it, because it does take some time to generate something that's even reasonably well laid out, and then this will really be a precursor to making a functional base. I've just found this game to be like really relaxing and easy and addicting, rewarding, right? Like, I've been playing for 8 hours and I've never felt like I've had an hour that was frustrating. The biggest frustration I've had was there was a big planet I was on that I was trying to explore and get somewhere, and it took me a long time to do that. But that was about it. Let's eat another meal. So what we're going to put down here is more of the like, yeah, I'm going to put my sifters down here. And then I should have a generator somewhere. Here. And then, so you can see, yeah, so the left input is the power switch. So this is an input. So what we want to do is we want to take the output to the inputs of each, and this will power these sifters. So we're going to take moon dust. And then all I need to do, or all I should need to do, is find some power source for these. And I'm pretty sure you can't use oil. Yeah, what are we relegated to? Trees? So what we're going to do here then is I am going to plant some trees. And where should I do that? I should probably not do that here. Let's do that a little further off to the right. And we can even do it here. I think trees just need to grow on dirt. So this is fine. And I should have a number of saplings. So you just plop them down. These are crystals. This is a sapling. These are saplings. These are saplings. Look at that. Perfect. So now all we have to do is kind of go away for a little while, and those saplings will grow. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that there's space, because what can happen is if there's no room for like the branches for the tree to grow, then the tree doesn't grow. So let's hope that that works. Looks like our harvester turret grabbed another bee, and I am already seeing that I need some sort of storage container to deal with this. So where can I make storage? I think that's here. So let's try to find something. It's here, rather. I could make a toolbox. What can we make that holds a lot? There may not be too many good things. Food storage, I can get 90 items in there. 80 items in a bookcase. Yeah, it looks like the bookcase may be the best. This giant cart holds 200 items. What if we do materials available? And then I clearly need to make... okay, I have no wooden logs, so that's a problem. So I suppose we'll have to hold off on that for just a moment, because this is entirely full. I need to do something with my crafting materials. So the only thing I don't like about barren planets is there's literally nothing. There is nothing on them. Not normally a huge problem, but certainly when we're in this situation, it is a problem. So these are going to stop producing very, very quickly, because we are pretty rapidly approaching daytime. Yep. And so now these guys are going again. And these are done. Hey, buddy. Hello. So, unfortunately, I kind of feel like I just need to wait a little bit for these trees to spring up. And while I'm waiting, let's get some of these crafting benches down. So we've got that, and I could do... this kind of thing. Right. And I believe the extraction device will fit there. Yep. Perfect. So the extraction device will extract out of materials that normally couldn't go in the sifter. So like I can throw mud in here and alien soil and presumably quicksand. I bet your cousin smells like cheese. Maybe. I don't know. Who's to say? Okay, so alien soil is going to give me some algae. That'll be nice. And I know Kalish stone will be giving me iodine, which I need pretty badly. I'm just playing my game, man. What other things do we have available here? We do have this greenhouse, which is very large. Oops. The trees do grow really fast, so I probably don't even have to wait very long. Game does look relaxing. Yeah, it is very surprising. Like, it's super chill. It's like... Oh, yeah, all those trees spring up. It's like kind of Minecraft-y, kind of Terraria-ish. I mean, I don't know what it was, but I just got super addicted to it, you know, a couple weeks after school shut down. And I've been playing it pretty hard. I beat the game on my last character. But really, even beating the game, like, the story is crappy. It's, like, not a good story. So I beat the story, but then I just kept playing. And then I decided that, you know, I wanted to get back into streaming, so why not use it as a game to stream? I never have anyone watching me anyways. And so I thought that this might be... okay, so now that I have wood logs, I can dump a bunch in here, and this generator will start burning, and then you'll notice these sifters will start to turn. And the other one should go in a sec. Yeah. So what they're doing now is they are sifting this moon dust, and it will give me a bunch of different materials, right? This one's giving me oil and crystal, Arceus fuel. This one's got me a little bit of research. So just a way of generating resources. Moon dust is illegal. No, that's moon sugar. That's illegal. Moon dust is totally fine. Now that I have wooden logs, I can make some more timber. And then with the timber, I should be able to make some pretty convenient items like this. I can make a wood shed or a merchant's cart. What we're actually going to do is we're going to make... I can only make one toolbox. Oh, that sucks. Can I make anything else that's small? Yeah, I don't love it, but I think we'll go with some large wooden crates. I can still only make 2. Because they take 25 timber. Whatever, that's fine. So, from here, let's, I don't know how I should separate this. Bottom one, let's have, okay, I know how I'm going to do this then. And top one, actually bottom one, there's more stuff that goes in there. Dying stars. Okay, I think that's it for that. No, it's not. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That and that. Okay. Guess who? I have no idea. I don't know who dark underwear for you would be. Clearly, you know that's the spice, but that could be anybody. Did all the items that were on the ground get destroyed? I wasn't even watching. That's unfortunate. Or did I wind up picking them up? They must have somehow gotten destroyed. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know who you are. It's been a while, man. Then we want to get our normal items in here. And these are going to be all crafting materials. I'm not even going to be able to get them all in here, obviously. Maybe these will go somewhere else. Yeah, I think like all the metals and stuff, these don't go in there. We chillin'. Yeah, I know. It's fine. I don't care. I mean, I'd rather have someone here being weird and messing with me than have no one watching at all, so it's totally fine. So good to know that items on the ground eventually get destroyed. That's really annoying. So if we want to put the honey queen back in there, have that honey queen going again, and then the sand prowler we'll leave over here. You made a username just to chat. Hey, that's fine. I had not had a username for Twitch until I decided I wanted to start streaming. So actually, let's get these identified. I don't even think I really need to identify them. I think all the ones that are flying in the wild are going to be effectively normal, right? They're not going to have any modified stats, whereas the young are the ones that are going to be interesting. Yeah, so. Are any of these sand prowlers? No? Okay. Just get Deckard Cain in your hideout. And he'll identify everything. Apparently there is a way where you can get a microscope that identifies them automatically, but that's way later. So for now, kind of annoying, but this is what you have to do. And so what I'm doing is I'm identifying them, and that shows me their stats, right? Like, normally it's just a bunch of question marks, but when you identify them, you get to see what they actually do. And you'll notice that there are some very, very slight differences between these two. So basically, the young will randomly mutate, and you're essentially just trying to breed the best bees. So like this one has a base production of 0. That's probably not going to be very useful. Although I suppose I should still keep them because I can sell them. Use the bacon cheeseburger rod of destiny. Yes. So this is the one I'm actually going to keep. The rest are going to go here. And it is now nighttime again. So let's siphon everything out of here. And dump the sand prowler back in. Don't smile while streaming, please. Wow. Okay, I won't. You can't make me. So, yeah, that one's we're not going to use. The reason I got 3 of these is these have no mutations whatsoever. And generally what I'm looking for is something that has some beneficial mutations. So like this one just has a little bit more mite resistance, nothing significant. This one looks very different. So I got 3 additional production, which is a big deal. Yeah, so this is the one I'm going to be keeping from those. And so like this is kind of like I've created the 2nd generation of bees with these 2. So when my current bees die out, I'll have more bees to kind of slot into their place. I need to make timber. And it looks like we're out of fuel here. So let's not use the golden wood. Let's throw some more wood in there. Yeah, that did manage to get through quite a bit, though. I think I started with about 1,200, and we're down to 800. The extractor finished with the Kalish stone, got me a bunch of iodine. What other materials can I throw in here? I do have a lot of dirt, but I'd like to sift that, actually. We can do a moon rock. You need a stack of at least 50. I believe that's typically the threshold. Starmancer. Oh, I have not heard of Starmancer. If it's Chucklefish, I kind of know the vein of game it's going to be in, right? I imagine it would be pretty similar to this kind of thing. I will have to look into that, though. I tend to really enjoy Chucklefish games. So I will check that out. I will probably talk about that a little bit next time I stream. It's a game where you play as a human-AI hybrid called the Starmancer. You build a space station, grow colonists, protect their lives. You can choose to become a benevolent overseer, or you can go rogue and have them kill each other. Okay, so it's like a tycoon-style sort of game, but it's set in space. That's cool. Can I even jump that high? Yeah, barely. I will definitely check out Starmancer. I'm always into those sorts of games. Anything that is willing to sacrifice graphics for gameplay, I'm all over that. So this is full. Let's get more crafting materials in here. All of those and those and those. All of the metals I'm going to keep in my inventory for now. And what's this one? We'll go there, and we'll take this and this. I'm trying to find a way to kind of separate these with some sort of logic. I think, yeah, that's quick stack. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, Dwarf Fortressy. I love Dwarf Fortress. I actually just installed that again pretty recently. So, cool suggestion. That is a drone. Boring. Boring. So I've got all this space. That's great. It's nice to actually not have this be totally full of junk. Put these guys down here as well. And it sounds like, yep, my generator ran out of fuel. Get all my corpses in there. And I suppose this is fine for now. Did this one have... Yep, those things in there. Good, good, good. Silver ore... Okay, so these are the things that I'm keeping for now. What do we got? Oh, I don't care. You can talk about anything here. I mean, so long as it's, like, legal and appropriate, yeah, it's totally fine. I don't mind talking about other games. I mean, I play a ton of other games, so why not discuss them? We'll have to go back and plant all my saplings again. I have not quite automated... Oh, there it goes. I have not quite automated a system that's going to get me those resources particularly well. I think this is going to be a cactus. I don't know what this is. I think this might be one of the alien trees. I mean, there's not a lot of people here watching. Just two of my cousins who are weirdos. So, you're certainly not bothering anyone. Arid honeycombs. Each honeycomb functions a little bit differently, which is kind of interesting. These I need to identify. The orchid queen we're kind of waiting on for the daytime. Alright, so we've made like a tiny shred of progress here. Not a lot, but that's, I suppose, par for the course. Extractor is done. All that stuff only gave me research, which is lame. We can throw crystals in there. We can throw... Okay, silicon. Bones. Bone, oil, carbon. Then what else do we have here? Starmancer's graphics mix between 3D and 2D. People, Starmancer, and items are 2D sprites of the world, and furnishes are 3D pixel art. Yeah, okay. So FFT, those style of graphics. That sounds fine. I don't hate that. Wow. So the Sand Prowler makes a lot of stuff. Which means it's not a very good candidate for the regular-sized apiary. You can only get 9 outputs, and once something reaches those 9 outputs, they like can't make more, which makes that annoying. Here we go. Let's check these out. I love FFT. Yeah, FFT was great. I played the hell out of that game. Let's see what we got for Sand Prowlers. So these are the normal, which is my best right now, but maybe something else will have mutated in a superior manner. So this one, the one underneath is technically better. It just has a higher mutation chance. And then this one is not. So that makes this the contender there. Now that it is nighttime, I guess I'll ID that one as well. Take that out, or now that nighttime is over, I should say. We'll throw the orchids back in. Get this last guy identified. Pay attention to us. You're talking about underwear. Like, I'm a 31-year-old man. I have no interest in joining your conversation about underwear. I might like this one better. We get 2 more production at the loss of some mutation chance, so that seems fine. It's all for you. I never asked for this. I never asked for a discussion of underwear to occur on stream. Gotta wait a little while for those trees. How we come in here? Okay, we're getting lower there. This wood should suffice for that. Let's dig the rest of this out. I know this is stupid, but I'm like a perfectionist and I want all of this to be the regular dry dirt. Okay, so we've got a lot more space. What else do we need to throw down? I suppose I can plop the smith station and the anvil. Armor works can go up here, right? That's fine. Do I play Apex? I don't. I played Fortnite for a little while 2 years ago, but man, that was a flash in the pan. You know, I play those games because sometimes students want to watch, but I wasn't really enjoying it, and obviously, like, kids aren't going to give me a bunch of money. So, played Fortnite for probably a month, and then I told myself I'm never playing a Battle Royale again. They're not really my style of game. I'm terrible at shooters anyways. I'd rather play something that I don't have to, like, have reflexes for. Like, I do not have those fast reflexes that you need for those kinds of games. Someone who's a man of culture, yeah. I mean, I don't have, like, a problem with those games, and let's be real, I teach high schoolers, so those are the games that they play, and it's what they talk about, and so I felt not necessarily obligated, but I felt like if I wanted to connect with my students, I was going to have to play Fortnite. And so I tried it, and I hated it. So I stopped. Down to 130. Okay, good deal. Oh, let's actually check out what I can do here. Oh my gosh. This is... oof. Okay, so... what? So this is from RPG Growth, which adds RPG-style mechanics to the game, and it gives you like a class and a profession and an affinity and a specialization and all this stuff. So my class, I chose Knight because I'm a glitch. I'm basically a robot person. I did used to be a Beast at Black Ops, you are correct. I don't play ESO, but that's mostly because I'm not an MMO guy. Not that I have, like, I just don't want to pay money to play a game. Okay, so this is the crafting station for my profession. I chose blacksmith because I was like, well, if I'm going to be a knight, smithing seems good. So you place electrum bars. You can upgrade and create. Then you place 5 bars in the gray slot to determine weapon level. So, okay. So the level of bar determines its level. So iron is level 1, tungsten is level 2, level 3, level 4. These 3 are level 5, and solarium is level 6. One item in the red slot determines its element. Glass can be used. Yeah, you don't use glass blocks. Legendary and essential weapons cannot change element, either use glass or their elements related item. When creating a new weapon, place 3 coal in the blue slot. Otherwise, place desired items. You can use diamonds, batteries, or the coal. This is wild. To upgrade an existing weapon, place it in the purple slot. Otherwise, to create a new weapon, place an item in the purple slot. It accepts the following. Exactly 2 sharpened claws for a spear, 2 hardened carapace for a hammer, 6 steel bar for a broadsword, sharpened claw for a dagger, 1 hardened carapace for an axe, 3 steel bars for a short sword. Wow. There is a lot going on there. Jeez. Oh, yeah, you are correct. I did know that the base game of ESO did go free-to-play some time ago. I had forgotten about that. But when you say that, I remember. Are we getting close to being able to make a large apiary? I just need 10 beeswax. And I have beeswax in here. Boom! So a large apiary is totally better. Because, I mean, not only is it, like, visually larger, but it holds 2 types of drones, and it has room for 2 frames, and we have an extra 6 slots for the items that are being generated. So some of these things that, or some of these B-types that are going to make a lot of different items, it's really beneficial to use that. I need to make some frames. So copper, we need string and woven fabric. Not there. Should be in here. Woven fabric. Where am I string at? I can't play FPS. I suck at them. Yeah, I can't do it either. Like, I used to be really, really good, but part of that was simply because I was playing them all the time. I mean, my girlfriend in college basically played Black Ops, so that was what we played together. Where do I need to be? Sewing machine. I don't have any plant fiber. Now I have plant fiber. Let's make a little bit of string. A bunch of fabric. The high school turbo nerds. I don't even think high schoolers that play. Those guys are gonna start dying. High schoolers that play FPSs aren't even turbo nerds. They're like the opposite. They're the ones that just wanna play whatever everyone's playing. Which, frankly, I have no problem with. That doesn't bother me at all. My only real problem with a battle royale is that it kind of like caters to the lowest common denominator. They're not necessarily bad games, but they attract people that like I don't want to be playing games with. Okay, we're done here, which means I can throw down a bunch of dry dirt. This one is also done. Throw down the rest. Well, no, let's just do the regular dirt. So these are really helpful because, like, normally dirt isn't worth anything, right? You're not going to really use dirt, but you can extract some pretty useful materials from them. My character looks like an idiot. The horse head. That's my normal head, right? I'm a robot. I'm a glitch. But the horse head, it was just too good to pass up. A full stack of cousins. I mean, any game is fun with a full stack of cousins. Alright, cool. I can do 2 copper frames, which means we're going to be able to boop, boop. And then I have not done Bumblebee yet, correct? We've got Orchid and Honey, yep, and no Bumblebees. So Bumblebees are going to go in here. Okay, good, they're going. They're going. Neat! That's neat. So we can kind of let those go. And, grow some more trees. Kind of amazing that, like, these trees spring up in, you know, less than a day. It's cool. Just a couple hours and the trees go from a sapling to a entire frickin' tree. Pretty realistic. Appreciate the realism there. We should play the Dark World. Oh, amazing different colors of underwear. Is this a barren world? Yes. I made... Oh, it's going to be nighttime now. I made this based on a barren world because I know I won't have to worry about anything. And that is convenient. And I am lazy. Should make a fridge. Question is, can I make a fridge? Timber, leather, and ice. I don't have that. Static cell. I think I have a static cell. I mean, I should have a static cell, right? No, I have cryonic. Boo. Well, that sucks. Us cousins are going to play a few rounds of Apex. I'll do it. Do it. Play Apex. I'll be here. Okay, we'll have some honeybees to check. We'll take out the honeybees and plop in the sand prowler. This guy is almost done for. You can tell by the red. I don't even remember what my Xbox Live account is anymore. It's been so long. Let's just do that for now. That can go in there. That can go in there. And we can do that. So this is what the whole bee system revolves around. Is basically you walk around and just kind of do nothing. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's nice to not be just like talking to myself. Get ESO. Yeah, I'll look at it. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Okay, so these are junk. This one's a contender. Current Honey Queen is just our normal one. So this one's better in every way except mutation chance. It's unfortunate. I really don't like having zeros. So this is the only one. It's the only one. So we can dump that one for that one, and then that means we're gonna have, we're gonna need an orchid and whatever the other one is, sand prowler. Oh no, don't we have a sand prowler in here? Yeah, it's the orchid and the bumblebee. Bumblebee is what I'm thinking of. Greymore comes out. Yeah, I have been looking at Greymore. I mean, mostly just it takes place in Skyrim, right? Okay, so that one is toast. Let's ID this really quickly, and we'll probably be using the one. Yeah, we'll be using the one that's in the chest here. That should be enough, right? Yeah. Look at that. So that can continue. This is not doing anything. I'll just take those. And then we'll get going once it's daytime again. Trees are starting to come up there. We are probably, yep, out of fuel. Very cool. You know, let's just dump in a bunch, right? There's no harm in having 100 wood in there. Super remastered, yeah. And I know that ESO plays a little bit differently. I've heard that in a lot of ways it is pretty similar to Skyrim, gameplay-wise, but it is, of course, not Skyrim. I'll check it out. I'll at least give you that. Yeah, so that means I can make no fridge. God, that's bogus. I think there's that, but can I make advanced plastic yet? That's in the alchemy lab. I think I need to, yeah, I think I need to upgrade this before I can do that. Bah! So annoying. Golden sand and bug shell. Oh yeah, I needed to put the sand prowler in the big frame. There. They'll have plenty of space now. The bumblebees can go in here. That's fine. And I do not need 800 sand prowlers, but let's take 15, just so I have them, and we will do the same thing here. Because we can sell the extra drones. We don't need that many. There, look at that. Great. Cuz turd. Yeah, see a cuz turd. Okay, what is the next? We'll plant these trees again. Oh, well, let me put them there. Okay. Probably means that I need to chop those ones down. Let's skip it. I'm not going to do that right now. Pretty soon I'm going to be leaving the planet and finding something else to do, because I've been doing a lot of this. Okay. Can't do that either. Just gonna try to dump some of that stuff in there. And I don't really have anything else that's really filling up here in terms of inventory space. So the only thing is, if I leave the planet, when I come back, this will probably be filled up, but I want to make sure that I've got a reasonable sand prowler ready to go before I leave. Because what happens otherwise is you can basically lose out, and I've had some situations in the past where I've basically lost out on an entire lineage, and I had to start over because I didn't have a bee ready, and there weren't any bees when I came back. This one looks okay. Yeah, this one is very slightly better. And these are almost identical. Okay, but again, very slightly better. Put that one there. This is technically my only bumblebee right now, so we'll just keep it. And I'm also missing an orchid. The rest I think I can just let go, right? Like that's not upsetting to me. Let's ID these. These are probably, because there's two of them, they are probably exactly the same as the queen was, but that's fine. Yep, 5931, totally okay. That means we can let this go. And when we come back, it kind of like smart, like it takes the time you've been away, and it basically forces all of your apiaries to generate for all of the time you were gone. So like if I leave for, you know, a couple of days, I'll come back and like the queen will be dead, but there will be a ton more items in here. And that is different from how most things work in Starbound. Most of the time, if you're gone, it's kind of like it doesn't exist. Can I extract from quicksand? No? What do you do with quicksand then? You can't put it in a sifter either. Okay, so this is getting some pretty reasonable stuff. And, wow, I didn't even know you could get tungsten out of regular dirt. That is interesting. So I wonder how the upgrading works. Does it just upgrade it like a normal tier? You can't do long swords. You can do short swords. Maybe what I should do is I should create a weapon. I'll do that maybe next time I come back, and we'll see how that works. Really quickly then, before I go, these guys are nighttime workers. These guys are going. I do want to make sure I have some drones. So I need honey drones and bumblebee drones. That's enough. Alright, then we'll throw everything that we can back in here, free up some space. And I believe this honey queen actually is the one I was using. How about bars, metals and bars in here? That's a good place for them. Alright, we're back up. So that took a while. And we can get rid of all these. Nice, nice. So I kind of don't want to be in this system because it's like a frozen star or something, and it's like, yeah, it's way above what I really want to be doing right now. What I think I'm gonna try, I should really just go to a moon. 2 moons here, we'll check out which one's better. Oh, we've also been going for an hour and 20 minutes, so I am going to cut this off and be back immediately. It just makes exporting the video to YouTube a little bit easier, so stick with me.